الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها كل محدثة بدعة كل بدعة ضلالة كل ضلالة في النار. Really all praise is due to Allah. We lord Him and we magnify Him and we bear witness that there's none that deserves to be worshipped except for Him. And that Muhammad al-Amin, al-Qasim, al-Sadiq, al-Masduq, Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he is the last of finalities and messengers sent to guide mankind from the darkness into the light. Our topic for today, inshallah ta'ala, is Tasir al-Usool ila al-Ilm al-Usool. Tasir al-Usool ila al-Ilm al-Usool. Usool al-Fiqh, the methodology of Islamic law made easy. Now for me, dear brothers, the few that are here, as a new Muslim, over the years, it's been very frustrating for myself trying to learn Islam and deal with the Muslims at the same time while we're learning Islam. Having to know what the difference between an alim and the ulama and the allama is. The difference between the fuqaha and the usuleen and the muballighin and the muwahhithin and muhaddithin and mufassirin and the muftis and the sheikhs and the mujtahids and the hafiz and the qaris and the da'is, and all these different titles, ya ikhwan, that when you meet different people, they show the different skill set that they have. Not everybody who's a qari is a muhaddith. Not every da'i is a mufti. And not every mufti is a mufassir. There's different levels to the different Islamic sciences, my dear brothers. And studying usool al-fiqh and also the science of what is known as qawaid fiqhiyya, these are some of the things to know the basics, ya ikhwan. It's something that will help us as individuals to worship Allah and to be better Muslims. I myself, over the years, ya ikhwan, have had many discussions, many dialogues, many debates, and sometimes it even led to arguments with other Muslim brothers. Because for us, for brothers who embrace Islam, Allah bless us to try to study a little bit of Islam and to learn these new sciences that were new to us, to become very fascinating. And try to understand, ya ikhwan, the difference, understanding the usool al-fiqh, the principles of fiqh. The term usool al-fiqh consists of two words joined together in a genitive construction known as idafa. It is used as a proper name for special branch of knowledge. It is important, therefore, to define it both in the ordinary genitive construction as well as, ya ikhwan, the specific name given in the subject. So the few minutes that we have, ya ikhwan, the word usool is a plural of asl, which literally means the basis on which something else is built. Thus, the foundation for the wall or roof is an asl, just as the root of the tree as the asl. And then the Shaykh, he brings the ayah, Alam tara kayfa daraba Allahu mathalan kalimatan tayyibatin kashajaratin tayyibatin asluha thabitun wa far'uha fis samai. A good word is like a good tree whose roots, asl, is firmly fixed in the ground and whose branches reaches the heavens. So here, ya ikhwan, in this verse, this is why we're studying, ya ikhwan, we need to know the usool, even though the furu' in our religion is important. And it seems as though that many of the Muslims have become so engrossed and so engrossed in trying to understand the furu' that sometimes they forget the furu'. Also, the Shaykh, he brings the ayah, وَحْلُلْ أُخْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي, and remove the impediment from my speech so that which may be understood of what I say. So here, ya ikhwan, this is where the word fiqh come from. This is the derivative of it. And the Prophet said, "Man yuridillahi bihi khayrin yufaqihu fi din." If Allah, He wants good for you, He'll give you understanding of religion. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa usalli wa usallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Learning the basics of usool.Figh, it is fard. One of the sheikhs, he went on to say, knowing how to use and benefit from the text from the Book of Allah, to make what is known as istinbat or istiqra, to deduce and to extrapolate ayat in hadith. Also, the sunnah text, knowing how to go into the text of the sunnah and to derive a fiqh from them. Also, the Arabic language, ya ikhwan. It is extremely important. Even for the Arabs who are born Arabs, they need to go back and to study the rules of Nahu and Sarf. It's really important. And ya ikhwan, the intellect. And this is where sometimes the Muslims, we get it mixed up, ya ikhwan. The scholars, they said, al-naqal fawq al-aqal. Al-naqal qabl al-aqal. Ya ikhwan. That the intellect, it is above and it is before, the text, the naqal, the text, the Quran and the Sunnah, it comes before and it's above, ya ikhwan, the intellect. The intellect, it is there. Allah tells us many ayat talking about ul.Figh. He talks to us many about the people that make tadabbur, tafakkur. All this is important, but naqal fawq al-aqal. That the text, ya ikhwan, the kitab and the usool, the kitab and the Sunnah is force. So one of the scholars, as a new Muslim, I went to a course and he explained it for the layman, like just me. I'm a layman, I'm a basic guy. He said, if you're trying to usool.Figh, if you're trying to understand it, imagine an orange is the dalil, it is the proof. The juice is the fiqh, and taking the juice out of the orange is the usool.Figh, ya ikhwan, in an easy way to understand it. And this has made it very easy for me, ya ikhwan, that when an ayah comes, or when a hadith comes, and a Muslim acts according to that information, we want to know, where did this Muslim get this information from? Many times, ya ikhwan, I've sat amongst learned people and I've seen just good Muslims with good hearts do something. And one of my sheikhs, the first sentence I learned in Arabic, one of my sheikhs, he said to a brother came up with some weird stuff, and the sheikh said, Min ayna laka hada? Where have you got this from, brother? The brother gave his opinion, he said, Akhi, do you have a text? Do you have a dalil? Do you have a burhan? Do you have something from the kitab, an-nas, as-sarih, min kitab wa sunnah? The brother said, well, no, this is how we do it in our country. This is how we do it back in my village. Ya ikhwan, our religion is based upon strong, beautiful dalil min kitab wa sunnah. La tataghayyar wa la tatabaddal. It doesn't waver back and forth. It is solid and firm. This is why we're studying, ya ikhwan, at-taysir, the easy way to understand al-usool ila al-ilm al-usool, arriving, ya ikhwan. The methodology of Islamic law, ya ikhwan, we need to buy some books, listen to some classes so we understand when the mashaykh, when they give their rulings, how they do it based upon what, then we'll understand how to practice Islam. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه.